So today I'm going to talk about growing up having brown skin and living with parents that have white skin and living in a small town where everyone really has white skin. So I was quite young when I was adopted. I was 6 weeks old. My mum told me that I started asking the skin question when I was around 3, so it was quite a young age. So you do notice it young, and apparently I said, "Hey mum, how come you're white and how come I'm brown and you're my mum? Like, how can that be?" So I was age 3 when I was asking those sort of questions, and she would tell me up front why. She would tell me about how I've been adopted, and it would slowly sink in. It wasn't like a one-day big shock, wow, you're adopted. And I had some quite nice friends who asked me if I was born on holiday, because, you know, maybe Izzy was born on holiday and that's why she has brown skin, because obviously they were young as well. I grew up in a town where everybody is white. Like, it's not like London where, like, you know, there's mixed cultures, it's very controversial. I grew up in a town where everyone's white. Now, 26 years later, we've got like a few Asians here, a few Indians, and maybe the 1 or 2 people who are black. There was only 2 people in my lower school who had brown skin, and one of them was me. I remember when we went swimming, I was hairier. I was like a hairy girl. And they were getting changed. I had this white fair skin, like fine, whatever, didn't faze me. But I had like, it's gone now for some reason. I used to have like a hairier back or hairy arms and just hair. I was just hairy because I have like dark hair. And this was like a big issue for me. Like, I noticed that I was quite hairy. I remember wanting to shave. Tip for you guys out there, do not shave your arms ever. Just use Imac or wax them. So when I was about age 10, it became like a big issue for me that I was a different colour to all my friends. So I remember one day I was in my mum's bedroom and I was putting on her makeup, and she was like, "What are you doing?" And I was like, "No, I'm just gonna make myself look a bit more paler so I look like all my friends and you, because I want to look like you guys, because like I love you and I want to be more like you." And she was like, no, what are you doing? And I got a bit upset because I just wanted to be like everyone else. You know, I felt different, I felt odd. And now, obviously I'm 26 now, that doesn't bother me. That doesn't bother me anymore. But at the time, you want to fit in. You don't want to be like, I don't know. And I found that the boys weren't really attracted to me at school because I looked different, or maybe to them. Being adopted, having different colour skin to your parents, when I used to go on holiday, I used to find people looking at us like strangely, or thinking, why is that like that, what happened? And I was quite happy when I got my younger brother Louis, because then there was 2 of us. There was 2 brown people and 2 white people in our family, and I preferred it when we got him because I felt less odd in the family. But also at family reunions and things, everybody was white and I didn't look like anyone, and I really hated it. Like, I was like, why can't I just look like everyone else? And I was wishing one day for a boyfriend that kind of looked like me or was from the same area. So if I went and spent time with his family, at least I could look like them. So yeah, you have these thoughts in your head as you're growing up. It doesn't bother me as much anymore. Well, hardly ever. If anything, I like being different now. I think it was mainly growing up and through my teenage years, and then it stopped, especially since all my friends wanted to be tanned. And oh yeah, another thing that bothered me growing up having brown skin and different hair was, like, my hair's curly and the in thing was to have straight hair. So I always used to want to straighten my hair, and it wasn't that big an issue really, but still it's just feeling different because you have different colour skin, you have different hair, and we weren't really taught back then to embrace ourselves as like different. Like, you just want to fit in. I guess until about 17, I just wanted to fit in. I wanted to have straight hair like everyone else, but if I had straight hair, I'd look like an Indian, and I didn't really want that because I don't want to look like something that I'm not. But at the same time, saying that, I wanted to have paler skin and make myself into something that I'm not. So I fitted in. So that was wrong. I don't think that is even like a skin colour thing. I think it's just part of growing up and being a teenager. You don't want to stand out. Well, some people do, but the majority of you don't want to stand out. You just want to be the same, so you feel like, you know, you're part of them, you're in that gang or group. The biggest issue was that I didn't look like my family, like my mum and dad. My mum and dad have blue eyes and blonde hair and freckles, and they're very beautiful people. And then me, I obviously look different. That was probably the biggest issue for me. And going out on family, you know, excursions and things, that was hard. But it shouldn't have been. I made it. That was all. This was all in my head. So if someone had spoken, I think people did speak to me about it, but still it was my own thing that I had to get through. So if you're adopted, it's completely normal to, well, if you're living in America now or living in London or somewhere where everybody looks different, then it's absolutely fine, because everybody's used to people with different skin or, you know, from a different culture. But where I'm from, it's very, very English. It's one culture. Everyone's, you know, very, very British, and, you know, there was hardly anyone who had brown skin or had, you know, was a mixed race at all. So maybe you are adopted and you're living in the same type of town that I am, or you know, maybe it's just a bit of a problem for you. But yeah, let it be a problem so you can work through it a bit, and then stop letting it be a problem. Like this, it's nice to be different. It's nice to be an individual. That's what life's all about, to be an individual, to live your life. I hope I didn't mumble jumble too much, and I hope this helped some of you. So basically, if you're having issues with having different colour skins to your family, that's completely normal. I did for a long time. They're so happy to have you. They wanted you and they needed you. That's why they put in all that effort to have you. And it's nice to have tan skin, you know. I like it now. And it's nice, you know, it's nice to have darker skin, and it's nice to be different sometimes. And I know it can be hard when you're with your mum and dad and you just don't look like them. But it's not about that. It's about the love, and it's actually about, you know, what jokes you make as a family together, how you connect to each other. And I connect to my parents really well, and maybe people who are of the same biological family, maybe they can't connect to how I can connect with my parents or have that good relationship. So it's not about the colour of skin you have, it's just about the connection and how you get along with your family. And my situation with my mum and dad's always been a really good one, but say yours isn't. That's very important to work on, because they're the people that are going to be there for you to support you. And you might not see that when you were a teenager, they're the enemy, but I just wanted to say that. So once again, I hope this video has helped you in some way. Please subscribe to my channel to see more. My name's Izzy Reed. Have a good day, and I will see you next time. Bye.